Hello there. Welcome to the first, and probably only, video on this stupid channel. Now, before we dive into the chaos, let's discuss some disclaimers before this fuckfest. Disclaimer number 1. As you probably know, there's 20 main characters in Project Sekai, but the Hunger Games simulator only lets you have 20 for tributes as the minimum. So I decided to put in Miki, Rin, Len, and Luca with them in on this. I was gonna make some side characters participate, but I just decided not to. I was intending to put Mafumam in this just to make her suffer, because we all know how bad of a mom she is, but thought it would have been weird. Anyways, second and last disclaimer. Now, let's begin the fuckfest we've all been awaiting. You guys better prepare, because this is pretty chaotic. Place your bets on who you think will win. If you want. District 1. Ichika Hoshino and Saki Tenma. In District 2, we have Shiho Hinomori and Honami Mochizuki. In District 3, Minori Hanasato and Haruka Kiritani. In District 4, Shizuku Hinomori and Eri Momoi. District 5, Kohane Azusawa and Enshiralishi. In District 6, Akito Shinonome and Toya Aoyaji. In District 7, Tsukasa Tenma and Rui Kamishiro. Dear fellow Ruakasa shippers, prepare yourselves for what you're going to witness in this video. Moving on, in District 8.
Hello, I'm M. Otani. M is meaning smile.
Nin Kusanagi. In District 9, Mafuyu Asahina and Kanade Yoisaki. In District 10, Mizuki Akiyama and Anna Shinonome. District 11, Hatsune Miku and Kagomine Rin. And fucking finally, here's District 12, Len Kagomine and Luca Megurine. Now that's done, we are going to begin our what feels like an eternity, even though the section of the videos is 2.5 minutes. The bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Toya runs away from the cornucopia and rips a mace out of Miku's hands. Shiho and Ichika run away from the cornucopia. Luca scares Eri away from the cornucopia. Kanade breaks Akito's nose for a basket of bread. Rin, Emu, Haruka, Rui, and Minori run away from the cornucopia. Shizuku snatches a pair of seis while Honami and Mizuki fight for a bag. Honami gives up and retreats. Mafuyu and Kohane run away from the cornucopia. Tsukasa runs away from the cornucopia with a lighter and rope. Saki and Anin and Len share everything they gathered before running. Day 1. Rui explores the arena. Haruka hunts for other tributes. Toya overhears Mizuki and Nene talking in the distance. Saki, Shiho, Shizuku, and Anne invade Rin's camp while she's hunting. Minori picks flowers. Luca goes hunting. Eri hunts for other tributes. Miku defeats Akito in a fight, but spares his life. Mafuyu, Tsukasa, and Kanade track down and kill Ichika. Tsukasa, my sweet baby, why did you kill one of your sister's childhood friends? You might want to keep that a secret away from her, or your life may be at stake. Kohane and Honami threaten a double sewer slide. It fails and they both die. Enna and Emu hunt for other tributes. Len discovers a cave. Arena event. A cloud of poisonous smoke begins to fill the arena. Rin survives. Nin and Enna agree to jump into the cloud together, but without warning, Nin pushes Enna in. Tsukasa, Emu, and Haruka survive. Shiho sacrifices herself so Anne can get away. Akito sacrifices himself so Rui can get away. Minori, Eri, and Miku survive. Mizuki and Mafu, you decide to jump into the cloud together. Kanade slowly pushes Len in until he jumps in on his own. Shizuku and Luca agree to die together in the cloud, but Shizuku pushes Luca in without warning. Saki and Toya survive. 10 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 1. Tsukasa destroys Anne's supplies while she's asleep. Tsukasa, sweetheart, do not accept this behavior, especially towards Anne. I don't know if I can keep defending you like this, so I highly recommend you stopping. Saki receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Saki, my sweet baby, don't become an arsonist. Your big brother is already enough of a shithead in this. Shizuku passes out from exhaustion. With everything that had just transpired, I can say that's fair. Haruka sees a fire, but stays hidden. Nene pushes Kanade off of a cliff during a knife fight. Rua cries himself to sleep. Rua, sweetheart, it's okay. Please don't cry. I love you. Rin, Toya, and Miku discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. Emu quietly hums. Emu, no offense, but I do not think your humming would be quiet. Eri is awoken by nightmares. Minori attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Seriously though, this is weirdly in canon for her, and I love it. Day 2. Haruka, Emu, and Anne unsuccessfully ambush Nin, Miku, and Eri, who kill them instead. Toya, Shizuku, and Minori get into a fight. Minori triumphantly kills them both. Rin thinks about home. Rui works together with Saki all day. Tsukasa goes fishing. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 2. Rin screams for help. Miku cooks her food before putting her fire out. Eri pushes Nene off of a cliff during a knife fight. Saki tries to sing herself to sleep. Tsukasa stays awake all night. Minori sets up her camp for the night. Rui is awoken by nightmares. Rua, sweet, it's gonna be okay. The feast. Literally nobody fucking goes llama. Day 3. Miku dies of dysentery. After reading about what the fuck dysentery is, I'm questioning my life decisions. I suppose it makes sense since it can spread through contaminated food or water, and Miku could have had that. Tsukasa makes a slingshot. Minori scares Rui off. My biggest question here is how the hell did such an absolute cinnamon roll scare off another cinnamon roll? Saki and Rin split up to search for resources. Eri searches for firewood. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 3. Rin cooks her food before putting her fire out. Wait a minute, isn't Rin a robot? Technically? Why do you need food then? Tsukasa receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Tsukasa, sweetie, if you go on a slaying spree with that motherfucking hatchet, I swear to God. Rui quietly hums. Saki loses sight of where she is. Minori catches Eri off guard and kills her. I literally have no words. Minori, I do not know if I can defend you any longer. Day 4. Rui diverts Tsukasa's attention and runs away. Dear God. Rin sees smoke rising in the distance, but doesn't investigate. Minori discovers a river. Saki tries to sleep through the whole day. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Night 4. Rua goes to sleep. Tsukasa sets up his camp for the night. Minori is awoken by nightmares. Rin receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Please do not turn into an arsonist, Rin. Saki receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Day 5. Minori picks flowers again. Rin camouflages herself in bushes. Rui picks flowers. Hey Rua, sweetie, can I have some please? Tsukasa sees smoke in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Saki searches for firewood. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 5. Rua tries to treat his infection. Rin cooks food before putting her fire out. Minori attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful.
Lord. Again. A fucking again. Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fuck.
Minori, sweetie, how can you kill 3 people but not start a fire? I know you have bad luck, but Eri and Toya could have easily beat you. Tsukasa screams for help. 1 word, cannon. Saki thinks about home. Day 6. Tsukasa stabs Rin with a sickle. Well, isn't that interesting? Rui goes fishing. Minori throws a knife into Saki's head. Minori, you better fucking watch out because Tsukasa is aiming for your neck for killing Saki. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 6. Rui and Tsukasa sleep in shifts. And then they kissed. /J. Minori sings herself to sleep.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven.
Day 7. Minori falls into a frozen lake and drowns.
There's Chunky! He's dead. Chunky's dead.
Well, looks like Minori was able to die on her hands before Tsukasa could go apeshit on her. Now, for the moment we all waited for. 2 participants are left, and one of them will die. Tenma Tsukasa, an absolute twink /J, or Kamishiro Rui. Well, let's see. Tsukasa decapitates Rui with a sword. And there we have it. Our winner is Tsukasa fucking Tenma. I hate how it's such a coincidence. Both Tsukasa and Rui are my favorite characters, and I ship both of them. And this happens on my first run with the generator on the simulator. It was definitely an experience. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. And I swear to fucking God, don't ask me to make another version because I will go absolute haywire if so. I'll make a second one if I want to. And this is probably going to be the only video on the stupid channel. Anyways, goodbye.